Baba Nabi. Baba Nabi. Why they call you Baba Nabi?
Why you call me Baba? Because Baba, it's in Tanzania, is like a father. Father Nabi. And all the players
Call Baba
it's not
Nabi.
the Baba Nabi. No coach, no anything.
Yeah.
Because my relation of the player is like a father and son.
Coach Nabi came to Kaizer Chiefs when the club was going through one of the toughest periods for the 12 years. The team had gone without lifting a single trophy. When he arrived, many doubted him, many criticized him. But he worked through under the pressure and finally ended the 12th round of the team. Yet, despite achieving what many coaches before him could not, he was still shown the door. Some said Nabi is the problem of Kaizer Chiefs, but now the reality is clear that the team is still struggling and still losing games. Sometimes in football, the coaches become the easiest person to blame, but the results after his departure raise an impatient question: was Nabi really the problem, or were there deeper things at the club? Respect to Coach Nabi for helping and restore hope and bring a trophy to the Khosi Nation. But now the story shifts. Nabi came to Kaizer Chiefs to discuss contract with the club, but the club wanted any technical team, which Nabi refused to get the suggestion of the club because he believed to his technical team wherever he goes. And then the Kaizer Chiefs club couldn't do anything than just to accept the offer of Coach Nabi with his technical team, which they able to work together as always, and even able to do what many coaches fail to do: bring the cup to the Khosi Nation. But as always Kaizer Chiefs does, Coach Nabi complained about the Chiefs squad after winning the trophy, about the lack of quality, that wishing the club to bring more so he can compete, but club bring quality players Nabi wanted, and the team suffered starting to lose. Then so that he can compete, but Chiefs club didn't bring quality players Nabi wanted, and the team suffered starting to lose. Then the club take decision to fire Coach Nabi, which I think it kinda affected the players and even the team. But what causes even more, when Nabi was fired, the club offered Nabi technical team to be co-coaches, which intends to be a Coach Nabi betrayal by his technical team, which they choose the club over him, and Nabi felt betrayed by his technical team. But things turned more head up when Kaizer Chiefs suffered a disappointing defeat through Soweto derby. The Tunisian tactician appeared to have broken his silence with a subtle yet aspirational message, what many believe was aimed sequentially at his former right-hand man, but maybe it's a coincidence or calculated. So I wanna show you something. But firstly, the people who say Nabi failed at Kaizer Chiefs don't have a background of what building a team really is and what happens after you have attempted to build a team. I will explain to those few who will understand. Number one of the reasons you can't compare Nabi with the Interns is because Nabi was only here for one season, but they are here for a second season, meaning that they should be miles ahead of him if they are really good. Because of time they have spent and reinforcement in the team. Secondly, those who watched preseason matches in Netherlands, I will tell you that how Coach Nabi was building a monster of it. Not everybody cause matches were streamed live, so some didn't have data or enough to watch it. Our team was solid. We had shape. The likes of Shinga, Sereno, Shislet were really good players who don't play now. We lost many matches in preseason, but as I said, if you know what building a team structure is, you altered that the team was balanced and gonna be a problem when we get here in PSL. Remember, we were playing European teams. Fast forward, we came to South Africa and begin the league. We conceded 0 goals in the first 5 matches, lose 0, win 4, and 1 draw, which I was then the evidence of the the good job that we have done in the Netherlands. Now, tell me, around that period, how were assistant coaches better than Nabi? Okay, cool. Fast forward, we lose to Sekhukhune for the first time. Nabi get fired, then find the Loopsies to lie about it. But they eventually fire him, and the management doesn't want to fight him every day for just 3 players that he wanted. 2 assistant coach, they stay to continue the coach the team. We win many matches with them in a row and keep many clean sheets. According to some people, journalists, and the team is now doing well because Nabi is no more. But when in the actual fact, those two assistant coaches are benefiting, riding on the wave that coach Nabi was building a season before. And in the preseason, at some point, certain players get banned because they are affected by Nabi. They are affected by Nabi sinking, by Nabi leaving the club. Some they are benched because they are Nabi boys, and they are starting to question the kind of coaching they now get when times go by. By certain players are not performing because they're not okay. Some they are sidelined because of being Nabi boys. Meaning how the team was performing beginning of the season is now being slowly dismantled. You know what does that mean? It means the two co-coaches or assistant coach have to now start building their own in their mold of the season. What happened after disaster starting happening, losing in opening matches of all clubs in the country now, when they don't have to rely on what Nabi built on, when they have to use their own brains, experience, capabilities to lift a team and set up strategies that will take the team forward. It was evident that their knowledge is insufficient. Mind you, the team is revoiced compared to last season. All the positions that we struggled in the first half have been addressed. Yes, Nabi didn't get all the players he wanted, but he did approve the signing we made. For any example, when Shishlet was scouted, Nabi addressed the management that he need a goal scoring number 10 because there's a certain way he wants the certain way he needs to play and need capable players to take free kicks. Then Shishlet was signed. That's very same. That was very same Shishlet who didn't play all along, lying to people that he injured because of having any agendas against certain players. The vision altered that was completely lost. The team got dismantled and certain morals were lost within the team. Worst part, having management that not have ambition enough, not honestly and loyal. They fired a coach who wanted the club a trophy after 10 years in his first season. We all know that first season are for building team. It's not easy. He indeed implemented a structure that was a clear, and at times players would disappoint and miss clear-cut chances, but finishing in the position we finished in was also a matter of not having enough material, which was then addressed before going to this new season, signing 12 new players, that's Da Silva, Mayo, Ighodaro, Shishlet, and Velepai, to mention a few, but still fired a coach who gonna use those players to even strengthen better his philosophy. Structure wants a coach who will say, yes, man. The point is they were never better than Nabi. The point is that they were never better than Nabi. They were just riding on what Coach Nabi has pulled on and get exposed when that disappeared. Now they were supposed to show their qualities. No plan B, no sense of agency, no discipline, no nothing, just tactical bang ram. 2 assistant coaches who thought they were better people, forgetting that building a team is a process, not a magic. Coach Nabi came into rebuild a club like Kaizer Chiefs, which hasn't had stability for years. In his first season, you could clearly see the structure, shape, and defensive organization, conceding 0 goals in the first half. In the first 5 league games was not lucky. That was technical discipline and proper preparation from the preseason. Those who watched the Netherlands preseason games know exactly what I'm talking about. Even though results were missed, feelings the system was clear. The team had balance, pressing, triggers, position play, and identity. That's what real football people analyze, not just score lines. What hurt deep is that he wasn't given time. One season is not enough to judge a rebuilding project, especially of a big club. Meanwhile, especially a big club like Kaizer Chiefs. Meanwhile, others are given more time and more reinforcement, yet we expected to believe they are better. If the assistants were truly superior, the team would have evolved forward, not slowly lost the identity. Also about momentum, it's easy to ride on any already established structure, but when the foundations start fading away, you must impose your own ideas. Mine season, that's when the quality show. And unfortunately, that's when we saw inconsistent. Management decisions also play a huge role. Stability from the top left on the pitch. When there's a confusion, politics, or lack of long-term vision, the team suffer. No matter who is on the touchline, at the end of the day, real football supporters understand that rebuilding requires patience, quickly, quiet emotions. Decisions don't build dynamism. They create cycles of starting over and over. Under Coach Nabi, Chiefs was feared and teams were playing low block and counter back because Chiefs was dangerous, attacking more and more. We're still adjusting to his high speed attacking style, but family has always history say business run by family members. Also, that can't succeed, more especially with the smart ones. Think like this need people who are wise enough to swallow their pride, that learn from their own mistake. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe and tell me more your honest opinion and what would have Kaizer Chiefs would be in the terms of position if Nabi was still coaching the club.
But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
F.O.S.E. just step on niggas. Brand no F.O.S.E. just step on niggas.